So I wanted to try something new on this channel, only because, like I said it before, this is a gaming hobby channel, and I don't really talk about my hobbies much. So I thought I'd go back to the beginnings of this channel and talk about Gundams a little bit. Only because one of my favorite Gundams has finally been announced as a model kit, and I've been waiting for this to come out. I should say be re-released, and that is the Gundam Epyon Real Grade. And did I say model kit? My bad, I gotta take that back because I know they changed it up. I meant Gunpla. That's what I meant. Now with that being said, and plus this gives me a reason to talk about something that I enjoy, I decided to go ahead and put together a list of the top Gunplas that I want to get in the future. Now, I'm probably going to be splitting this up into 3 different videos. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain to you what this video is going to be about and what we're going to cover here. So this one is going to be on the top 10 Gunplas that I want that are already out. But I have a couple of rules when I do this list. Rule number 1, I will not be picking from the Gunpla from the Build Divers or the Build Fighters series or anything like on that series that's like a kit bash or custom. All of them I will talk about will probably be from the main series, side stories, maybe mangas, maybe gaming. We'll see where this list goes. Second, this and basically all other videos I do on the subject will only cover real grades and high grades, because those are the only, I'm not sure what to call it, but those are the only sizes that I like going with. I don't really like master grades. Too much real estate. Now there may be some exceptions, like if it's a big or high grade. Now with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my honorable mentions. This honorable mentions is not in any particular order. So first on the list is the Zeta Gundam Wave Shooter. I just like the look of it. Next one is the Real Grade Gundam Mark II. I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but the egg version. I'm definitely more of a fan of that color scheme than the Titans. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these names, but they're on the screen. They're from the Iron Blooded Orphans. I think they're from the game, not necessarily a side story. They might be from a side story, but I just like the look of these ones. Murdoch Gundam, strictly like the look of it. These 3 on the screen that you see right here, they're all from the Crossbow Gundam series. Crossbow Gundam XO, X1, and X1 Custom. You know, I just want to say this. I am very surprised they have not came out with a Crossbow Gundam series, because I always feel like there should be an anime for it, but it never came out. I don't know, but it just seemed like for a period of time it was going to go that way. I wouldn't mind seeing a Crossbow Gundam anime series. Now these next 4 are basically all from Gundam Wing, which is where my whole entire intro to Gundam began. And the 4 we have is Shenlong, Gundam Heavy Arms, Gundam Death Side Hell, and the Tallgeese 3. And yeah, this is it with the honorable mentions. So now these are going to be in complete order on least wanted to most from 10 to 1. We're going to go ahead and start off with the main Gundam from the G Gundam series, or like some people I know like to call it, Gundam Ball Z, or G, however you want to say it. It is the Burning Gundam, or the official name, God Gundam. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you, the real grade one, real grade. And the big reason why I like this Gundam, honestly, I'll say this much. This is probably one of the few Gundams I actually like from the G Gundam series. I'm not the biggest fan of the G Gundam series, but it's actually one of the few I actually like from that series. And the big reason why I want this one is honestly articulation. I just want to build this one just to see how good the articulation is in this Gundam. Again, there's a reason why it's number 10. Love the design. This is probably one of the best Gundams. If you watched this channel early on, this is one of my best mobile suits to use in Gundam Battle Assault 2. with the burning finger. That's the main reason why I like this Gundam, because I could combo that up. But yeah, the big thing with this one is mainly articulation. That's the big reason why I want it. But I also like the look of it. And again, it's one of the few Gundams I actually like from that series. So the next one on my list, even though I do like the third version of this one, but because of the memories, I gotta go with the real grade 144 scale Tallgeese P Bandai TV animation color version, with speed that could technically kill its pilots if you watch the series. I want to say this is one of my favorite mobile suits from the Gundam Wing series, but I definitely liked it, especially for the memories. But seeing it in real grade, it gave me that same feeling of the Wing Gundam, where I didn't know how much I liked it till later, and that's the thing with the Tallgeese. Well, so honestly, just due to the memories, I will definitely get this one. The next one on my list, it is the Zeta Gundam, but it's a different Zeta Gundam than the original one. The one I specifically want is the 144 high grade Zeta Gundam UC0088 P Bandai. Simply, very simple reason. You don't have to get stickers for the wings because it actually has the red molded in. I wish they would have released this as a regular model kit, but it's only P Bandai. I wanted to get it, I missed out on it, but if I get another chance, I'm definitely going to pick this up when I'm able to. That's the key thing. This next one comes from one of my favorite Gundam movies of all time, the RX-93 New Gundam 144 real grade from Mobile Suit Gundam's Charged Counterattack. This one's actually one of my favorite Gundams when I saw it for the first time, for the fact that it has fin funnels. Not that great in the game that I played. Well, I'm talking about Gundam Battle Assault, because for some reason it didn't have a super move. I don't know why, but this absolutely is one of my favorite Gundams. But with that being said, I just don't want that by itself. I also want to get the entire expansion parts for the double fin, and I want to get the heavy weapon system. That's the big point. I want the entire kit with everything, all the add-ons. This is absolutely one of my favorite Gundams of all time. Definitely would love one day to get the real grade and all its expansion parts as a replacement for the one that I have now. So the next two, I'm going to put them in the same place because they're basically the same Gundam, and that is the RX-78-4 and 5, or Gundam Unit 5 and Gundam Unit 4 from the side story Space to the End of a Flash. I basically love these designs. The big difference, I would say, is probably the weapon rollout. That's about it. But they're basically the same Gundam, not that much of a difference. But I did like the design, and I tried to get them. I actually tried to get them on 2 different occasions, but I kept missing them. But if I have the funding, and if I could get them again, I definitely will.
How did we ever survive for this long?
That's an easy one to answer, Luce. We're survivors because we fought well.
Yeah, I guess so.
So now we gotta go back to the series that began this entire Gundam journey for me. We're going back to Gundam Wing, and this is actually one of my favorite Gundams from that series. And I actually named the second version earlier, but it's not Death Sight Hell, it is the original Death Sight. And I don't know why I like Death Sight so much more than Death Sight Hell, but it's just, I just like the look of this so much more. And I'm surprised I haven't got the new one that just came out, but that is one of those that's on my target. I gotta get Death Sight. It's just one of my favorite Gundams of all time. Next time I have some extra money to spend, I'm definitely gonna get that high grade kit. we're in the top 3. And this next one pisses me off because it is P Bondi. And it's very hard to get your hands on this one. I think it only got sold once. And I am yet to see it for sale again. And I take it back. I did see it for sale again. But by the time I saw it, it was already sold out. And I want to get this one. Going back to the Gundam Seed Destiny series, it is the real grade 144 scale Sword Impulse Gundam. That one is extremely hard to find. But that's one of the real grades I absolutely want. I absolutely want to get my hands on. I'm not a big fan of the Impulse Gundam by itself, but for some reason, the sword with the color, it just was amazing. And that will absolutely be one of the top real grades I absolutely want. And if it comes out again, I gotta get it. Sadly, it's P Bondi. It rarely ever comes out. I've only seen it release 2 times. So if I get another chance at it, I will get it. But it's just very, very annoying. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the Gundams that makes me hate P Bondi. Number 2 on the list, and I had the same problem with this one that I had with the Impulse. And funny, this is also in the same universe of Gundam Seed, but this is in the Gundam Seed Astray side story. Well, actually, I think they had an Astray anime. I think they did have an Astray anime, if I remember right. Either way, this comes from a side story, and it is called The Load Astray. And this one, to me, was by far worse than the Sword Impulse Real Grade. This is only a P Bondi, but the problem was, as soon as this one was announced, I was going to pre-order it, it went away immediately. I had no time to pre-order it. I think this one is probably the most sought after, one of the most sought after model kits that I could find. And I really want this one because I really like the look. And that's pretty much the reason why it's number 2, because as bad as the real grade Sword Impulse was, this one is way worse. Now, for my number 1, and this by far is one of my favorite Gundams of all time. Absolutely up there. I mean, this one keeps getting switched off. Like, it used to be number 1 and it gets dropped down, but this one keeps going in and out of my top number 1 Gundam of all time. And it is the real grade RX-93 High New Gundam. I love this Gundam. I remember seeing it as a kid. And as much as I love the new Gundam, this one blew it out the water. I love the look of it. I liked how it was designed. It was just the coolest thing I've ever saw. And just like the new Gundam, this also has a heavy weapon system armor. So I have to get the entire kit. This also has a pretty big... You know what? You want to know how big this is? How big this weapon is? And this is the other thing you got to get with it. It is called the Hyper Mega Bazooka Launcher. That's how you know you're dealing with a gigantic weapon. This absolutely is my number 1 on the list. And whenever I get a chance, I will be picking this one up. So this is my top 10 list of the most wanted Gundams that's currently out. Now again, this is my list. Now with that being said, I am about to do a second part to this video. And the second part is going to be the Gundams, the Gunplas I would like to see released in the future, or I would like them to turn into a model kit. So that would be in the next video. But with that being said, I want to thank y'all for checking this one out. And if you like this content, do me a favor on your way out, just like and subscribe, help me build this channel. I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next video. So I had some leftover time at the end of this video, and instead of me cutting this part out, I decided to take advantage of this time and talk to y'all for a sec. So there's 2 reasons why I decided to do this series. 1, I wanted to try out some new editing techniques and some new plugins. And second, I wanted to give y'all some different content. Now, it's been a while since I've done something different than gameplay. I know when I started this channel, I did some gacha gaming, which that was actually pretty fun, but it wasn't as convenient. That's kind of why that stopped. I also got busy. And I also did do a live stream, which I actually may do one of those again. But I know I give y'all gameplay, and that's kind of something simple I could give y'all. But like I said, this is also a hobby channel. And I wanted to show y'all more things what I'm into besides just the gaming stuff. So that's why I'm doing this series. It gives me a chance to get into some Gundam content, which I'm enjoying, and is a big thing that started this channel. So, well, it's not what started the channel. What actually started this channel was the Final Fantasy 13, but I do have other hobbies, and I do like Gundam, and so this just gave me a really great chance to go ahead and talk about one of my hobbies that I want to bring to y'all and showcase to y'all. So I hope you enjoy this. This is something different, something new. And again, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you like this, because if you like this, I will continue to do more content like this. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in the second part of this video or in another gameplay. Make sure to check that out, and please subscribe, because my goal for the end of this year is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I won't get there without your help and your support. So I want to thank y'all, appreciate y'all, and yeah, stay tuned for the second part of this series.